Hello, and welcome to the second episode of making fan-made monsters for you, the series where I create fan-made my singing monsters and dedicate them to random commenters. Last episode, I created these 3 monsters which were dedicated to these 3 comments. And on that video, you guys left me over 4,000 comments to choose from, which was very difficult, but thank you all for the love nonetheless. If you're new to this series, or you just want a recap, here's how it works. I'll be choosing 3 random comments, and each of these comments will get a fan-made monster made and dedicated to them. To do this, we spin a set of wheels determining the monster type, the monster's elements, the sound they make, as well as some extra modifiers to spice things up. Since the last episode, I've gone ahead and made some changes to some of the wheels. Mythical, Major Paranormal, and Legendary are now possible options for monster type. The Paranormal option is only Major since, as of recording this video, there are only Major Paranormals on the Paranormal Island. I sure hope this ages well. Leave a comment down below as I'll be choosing 3 comments from this video for the next episode, and leave a like if you enjoy this video. Check out my Patreon and merch sites to show me some extra support. And with all that said, let's get straight into this video. The first comment we have is from Fiji Crow, who says, "If this becomes a full series, I will be so happy. Love your content, Nova. You inspired me to get into art in the first place. Can't wait for more." Well, it looks like you don't have to wait any longer as this next monster is dedicated to you. To begin, let's find out which monster type you'll be getting. They will be a double elemental. Simple, but never boring. And what will their 2 elements be? It looks like they're going to have water. And light. What kind of sound will they make? They are an instrumental monster. And will there be any modifiers for this monster? No. But before we unveil Fiji's monster, a lot of people, including Fiji, have left me comments saying how much I've inspired them to create their own art and characters. And wouldn't it be nice if there was a place to share these characters? Well, if you're like me, you too hate dealing with the stresses of modern social media, constantly pushing AI posts and NFTs in our faces. And so that's why I want to introduce you to Unveil, the sponsor of today's video. Unveil is a platform made for creatives by creatives and is a safe space for artists, writers, and storytellers to share their work. Unveil takes pride in being 100% AI free and has over 250,000 users ready to interact with. Unveil allows you to explore and filter posts how you like, even down to including a randomize button, which will help you to see posts that you may never see otherwise. I'm a huge fan of the character page feature. You can show art of your character, write about them and their character traits, and so much more. And for those looking for more interactivity, you can take part in the question of the day every single day. To show you how easy it is to upload your characters to Unveil, I'm going to try turning Unveil into a monster. To me, the Unveil logo looks like a star, and a big part of Unveil is sharing your worlds. So let's turn them into a solar system with planets orbiting around the star. Let's head over to My Creations and upload a character. We'll add their art, their name, a description, and list who the artist is. We could give them some character traits, and I'm going to give them this colour theme. And there you go, it's that simple. I know a lot of people in the MSM community create their own characters, and I really do think that Unveil is the perfect place to share your work. So click the link in the description to check out Unveil today. Also, feel free to give me a follow over there as I'll be posting more of my work onto Unveil. But let's get back on track. Here is your monster, Fiji. Meet Galeam, the glimmering monster. If you were to explore the deepest parts of the living ocean, chance has it you may find long sprawling tunnels dug into the rocky terrain. These expansive burrows lead to the nests where Galeam eggs are left to hatch. But hatching is only the first step for the young Galeam. Their brains are programmed in a sense to not let the Galeam leave the nest until they have full control over their iridescent pearls, which once mastered can light up on command. This lighting of their pearls is to help the Galeam traverse the deep dark sea as they ascend to the surface. Once they are capable of this and reach the surface, Galeams will then seek out to find the Aurora Monstrialis, which will lead the way towards their new home, Light Island, where they can reunite with the other light monsters. Once they adjust to their new home, Galeams voluntarily offer their help to parties, using their glowing capabilities as audio visualizers, enhancing the party experience. And after a long night partying, will return to the sea to where they came from and relax a little. A good excuse to get away from all the noise. I hope you like this monster, Fiji. Before we check out how this monster sounds, I need to give a huge shout out to the monster explorers who not only composed the sounds that Galeam makes, but also for composing the beautiful music that you heard in their animated scene and which you are hearing right now. I also want to thank Slimer for wonderfully animating Galeam. Slimer and the monster explorers really brought this monster to life, so please check them out after this video. You can find the channels of everyone that helped make this video in the description. Let's check out Galeam on Light Island.
Dum diddly dum 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 dum. 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 D
Up next is this comment from Daypixel, who says, I love how despite choosing some of the comments, the monsters come out completely random, and each one of them has unique characteristics, making it fair for everybody and not to leave people competing with each other. This is very true and is probably my favourite part of these videos. These wheels can lead to so many different types of monsters, and as the wheels get larger with more and more options, I'm sure these monsters will only be able to get more and more unique. With that said, let's find out which monster type you'll be getting. Your monster is our first wobbling of the series. This means that we can skip the element wheel and go straight onto the sound wheel. And your wobbling will be a percussionist. And will there be any modifiers? No. Let's check out Daypixel's monster.
Now, Dermot, are you sure this is the right place? It looks completely abandoned.
Yeah, what Zook said. Ghosts thrive in spooky places like this. I'm sure this is the spot.
Kamoinks, is that a ghost?
I don't think so. Looks too lifelike to me. Gafloing, Zooks. That's a great idea. Have a Zook snack.
Whoops. It's alive! Everyone run!
Meet Sawksaww, the Franken monster. Not too far from the Wobbling Island is Wobbox's Wobbling Workshop. Since the Wobblings are all complete, the Wobbox had no further purpose for the workshop and it became abandoned, being the perfect playground for cobwebs and dust. This abandonment of the workshop intrigued a group of meddling Wobblings on a ghost hunting quest. In one of the rooms lied an unfinished statue lacking details such as a face. The group of Wobblings stuck some eyes and metal junk onto the statue and accidentally brought it to life, resulting in the creation of Sawksaww. Sawksaww found its way onto the Wobbling Island, where the other Wobblings welcomed them into the band. Wobbox later found out about the accidental creation of the Sawksaww and embraced the wacky monster's existence, making them an official member of the Wobbling family. That amazing Scooby-Doo inspired cutscene was wonderfully drawn, animated, composed and voiced by Raw Zebra. He did an incredible job at bringing my story for Sawksaww to life, and really captured that old Hanna-Barbera style, don't you think? My friend Call Me Nearly helped me to create this monster design by making this awesome concept art. I loved it so much that I did my best to bring this design to life. Once again, you can find their channels in the description. Let's check out Sawksaww on Wobbling Island. On to the final comment for this video, and this one comes from Frog Turtle, who says, "The level of detail in this video is crazy. I love the cutscenes and monsters. I'm always impressed with what the MSM community comes up with, and I look forward to seeing more of these. I'm glad you enjoyed the last episode, and hopefully you'll get to see this one too. Let's spin your first wheel." Your monster is a double elemental. Again, doubles are simple but never boring. Let's see which two elements your monster has. Light. And light again? We can't have the elements light and light, so let's respin. Light and mech are your two elements. Which sound will they make? They are an instrumental monster. And let's spin the modifier wheel. Looks like we got a modifier. Your monster must be related to another monster. Let's check out your monster, Frog Turtle.
There once was a time two siblings sat close, dancing and singing when they needed each most. Nothing would ever set them apart. One thought with their brain, the other their heart. Years had gone by, and the heart won't acknowledge their brother had left to a far monster college. Ventrapal moved on in search of new trails, in hopes to heal that big muscle that ails, in hopes to impress someone else for avails. But each step had led them to fails after fails. As any monster would do, they set out to sea, in hopes that all burdens would leave them to be, in hopes that someplace would set their heart free. Heading toward the horizon, they flee. A bird as pretty as one could imagine had boarded the deck, wondering, why's there a frown on your face, all the way to your neck? The monster sighs with the heaviest heart as they tell what is wrong. There's a hole deep inside, and it has been there for so long. The bird comforts the heart, wrapping them up in their wing. Once you learn of self-love, you can do just about anything. The bird then takes flight, soaring away very far, as Ventrapal hatches a plan to follow the nearest star. They arrive at a land brimming with faces to meet, and Ventrapal severs their bright light bulb feet. Shining the way for monsters at sea, this light provides hope and fills them with glee. These actions were found to be ever so sweet. They may rest now, content and complete.
Meet Ventrapal, the heartfelt monster. Ventrapal and Rebro grew up as close relatives, but once Rebro set off to Monster College, which I suppose is a thing now, Ventrapal was left with a hole in their heart. In an attempt to fill this hole, the Ventrapal would try to impress other monsters, but this was to no avail, and instead took off to the sea in hopes of finding a new life. They had no idea where they were even sailing off to, but this was all until a curious Smoochel swept down and gave some words of advice. The Smoochel taught the Ventrapal that it should love itself and seek a purpose in life, rather than seeking the approval of others. As the Ventrapal began a new journey, they crossed the living ocean from island to island, detaching their lightbulb feet to use as miniature lighthouses for other monsters at sea to, well, see. Ventrapal was so proud of helping others at sea that the hole deep down inside was completely gone, and the Ventrapal felt complete. Eventually, while exploring the sea, Ventrapal stumbled upon Light Island, an island that didn't require any lighthouses and didn't require Ventrapal's services. So what else was there for Ventrapal to do but to join in and sing with the Light Island monsters? They are related in sharing the light element after all. This monster's animated story scene was once again made by Raw Zebra, who took my story and masterfully brought it to life. I also want to thank Wabazd for providing that wonderful story narration. You can find everyone's channels in the description. And for the last time, let's check out how this monster sounds.
Dum diddly dum 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 dum. 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 D
And there we have it, another 3 fan-made monsters made for you. If you want me to continue this series, make sure to leave a like on this video to let me know. Check out Unveil and everyone who helped out with this video in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.